Hello, welcome to another Quinn's Tech Corner video. Today I stumbled upon a seller on Facebook Marketplace and they had a few ads on the go, and in the corner of one of their photos I spotted an iBook G3 clamshell. That's not what I ended up getting, but I asked them if they'd be willing to part with it at some point, and they said no. Understandably, I wouldn't part with one of those either. But we got chatting anyway, and it turned out that they were an absolute legend, because today I walked away with 3 separate Apple devices for the price of 4 bottles of Coke and a box of chocolates. The first item I'm going to show you is this, a 2007 MacBook Pro. It's in pretty manky condition, tape in various places and dodgy yellow stains. There's no battery in there, but I do think that this thing could polish up quite nicely with a bit of care. The keyboard is intact, the screen looks intact, although now that I look, there is a bit of a stain on the LCD on the top right. I'm not sure what's going on there, but this will be a fantastic machine for parts if I can't refurbish it. Another machine that I ended up scoring is this, a 2006 MacBook Pro. With the sticker on the back, it looks like it came from the University of Melbourne. There's some weird residue on the front here, and if you tilt it in just the right angle, you can see a weird depiction of some creature here, and also the word slob. I don't know if you guys can see that. The Kensington lock is also heavily damaged, but I always find it really interesting when a machine like this has history. This one is in much better condition than the other one. We're greeted with a very pristine looking keyboard and a very nice looking display as well. We've got to change camera angles for this next one because it is a behemoth and it's on the ground. Check that out, guys, it's an eMac. This one's not in the best condition. I've given it a bit of a wipe over. Speaker grill on the right hand side is also missing, but I'm sure I can find a replacement for that. And there's quite a bit of residue around the machine, but nothing that I shouldn't be able to clean off. The front of the unit's also yellowed a little bit, but that doesn't tend to bother me very much. The eMac was actually the first Mac I ever came into contact with when I was younger, and so there's definitely a special place in my heart for these machines. I thought we'd start with the 2006 MacBook Pro, and here I have the charger for it. The green light on the MagSafe came on and then turned to orange, which is a fantastic sign. That might even mean that the battery works. Oh, it switches on by itself. That's interesting. This is a fantastic sign. We've got the flashing question mark folder, so that just means that it can't find the operating system for whatever reason. Maybe the hard drive's missing, but even if it is, I'll have a spare on hand. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Snow Leopard disk and try and install macOS 10.6 Snow Leopard via DVD. That's my backup copy, I assure you. I always think if you could buy the software for a reasonable price in a legitimate way, I would do it, but you can't, so it does take the disk. Okay, that's a great sign. And what I'm going to do is power it on. Hold down Alt to get to the boot menu. This is taking a bit longer than usual. I can hear the disk maybe trying to spin up, but we're still not at the boot screen yet, despite me holding down Alt. Other than the physical condition of this thing, which is fair. Okay, the disk's come out. I'm not really sure what condition this thing's in. Oh, we've got a mouse. Okay, so I didn't get anywhere with the 2006 MacBook Pro. I tried going into the boot menu, it wouldn't come up for whatever reason. No key combinations would work other than the pram reset. And now it's in this mode. As you can see, the charger's not plugged in, so the battery does work. This is the 2007 MacBook Pro that you're looking at now, and I'm just going to try and switch it on. Okay, it's dead. My crazy solution was to kind of merge the 2007 and 2006 MacBooks into one working one, but yeah, this one's going to require a bit more diagnosis. In the meantime, I thought we'd have a look at this wonderful machine. Here is the eMac, and now that it's on the desk, it does look quite yellow at the front. Oh guys, it might look like we have another dead one. Yeah, okay guys, this poor fella's dead as well. But what a gorgeous machine to have in the collection. I really love these types of videos, completely unscripted, pure troubleshooting. What you see is what I see for the first time. It's now several hours later, and by some miracle, the 2006 MacBook Pro is now working. When I tore down the 06 machine, I realized it didn't have a hard drive in it. So I took the hard drive from the 07 machine and put it into the 06, and miraculously, it booted. I don't know if it's a fluke, but there we go, macOS Leopard. I'm not sure why this 07 machine won't boot. The internals look to be in very good condition, so yeah, a bit confused there. As for this one, it's currently got 1 GB of RAM in there, and the 07 came with 4 GB, so I'll be able to put the 4 GB from the 07 into here to bring the 06 up to 4 GB. So let's reassemble the thing, shall we? Okay guys, had a bit of a mad journey there. I filmed a heap of videos after I reassembled this thing, and none of them really made sense. They were full of crazy ramblings, and there wasn't really a video I could string together with it. So apologies for the disjointedness of this video, and also all of the lighting changes. But the good news is that I finally have a functional 2006 MacBook Pro. This thing definitely presented a challenge. The first oddity is that it didn't want to do any key combinations on boot without the hard drive with an operating system on it. Now that is just really bizarre behavior. No Mac I've ever owned before has done that. So since putting in the drive from the other MacBook and also transplanting the DVD drive from the 2007 MacBook, I've managed to install OS X Lion. Snow Leopard went on there first, and then I upgraded to Lion. The battery isn't in great shape, but there's not an awful lot I can do about that at the moment other than buy a new one, which I don't have the money for. But there we have it, a working machine. Thanks again to the legend on Facebook Marketplace who made all of this possible. It's going to be turned into a nostalgia Mac for me, I'm sure, as most of these end up being. As for the eMac and the 2007 MacBook Pro, I'll definitely try and do something with those, especially the eMac. That's all for today. If you enjoyed watching the video, why not leave a comment down below and press like. Also consider subscribing if you want to see more like this. Thanks very much, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.